So this person wrote, nothing has improved the quality of my life more than living beyond my means. Ooh. Oftentimes, it's better the person, dropping these quotes shares more light. Her perspective might be different from the way it's appearing, because living above your means is not wise by any standards. Someone said, and somehow everything still ends up as it should. If you do it wisely, there's a way to go about these things. But it's not for everyone. I don't have to budget. I simply have to work more money. I simply have to make more money. If you are willing to put in the work, I understand. There's how, if you are not living extravagantly, there's how, even when you don't budget and you're making more money, you still be able to save a lot of money and not have to worry yourself. So money just finds its way back into my pocket when I live delusional. Ooh. I just don't think at this age I'm meant to live an uncomfortable life. Real, and it helps manifest abundance. I don't care. Guys, what do you think about this? Let me know in the comment section what your take on this is.
Yo, so y'all been seeing them videos of people that's doing shit like, selling a car. I got rid of my $900 car payment car so I could get a cash car, a 2003 Tahoe, and I don't have to pay a car note anymore. I love my 2006 Lexus that I have now because I don't have a car note. I'm moving out of my high-rise apartment downtown and I'm moving into a regular apartment with a white fridge. And like they trying to like make this trend of like downsize and like get some kind of trend, but let's like, no, nigga, a lot of y'all are just going back to where y'all supposed to be at. Just saying. Instead of just saying like, yeah, I was living above my means. I was trying to flex. I was doing shit I wasn't supposed to be doing. Y'all trying to make it like trendy or like this kind of this coin a new term for y'all was living above y'all means. Like that's one thing about this economy right now. It's resetting this shit and putting a lot of people back to where they supposed to be. I'm just saying. I'm not saying that to sound elitist. I'm just saying like a lot of folks is out here living way above their means with all that the imaginary money in their pockets from them stimmy checks and all that type of shit. A lot of people was doing shit they had no business doing, living how they wasn't supposed to be living. Yeah, I'm meal prepping. Nigga, you eating leftovers because your ass can't afford the DoorDash and go out to eat every fucking week, every damn day for every damn meal like you was doing.
It's making so sense. It's making sense. Somebody saying 100K a year is not a lot of money now. They are not even making half of it. I'm in college right now. No way in the world people gonna tell me that 85K can't sustain my life as a single dude. I like the fact that you are in college and you're already thinking like this, which means that you will not be following the crowd. I love that for you.
I cannot wrap my head around how people in these nicer suburban neighborhoods are affording brand new luxury cars. So I live in a neighborhood with mainly like $400,000 to $600,000 houses, and it just blows my mind how many houses have these brand new like Porsches and BMWs and all of these really nice cars. They'll have like 2 or 3 of them in the front yard, and I'm like, I know you have a $3,000 to $5,000 mortgage payment, and now you have like $3,000 to $5,000 in car payments, and you have kids in daycare. So like, how are you affording that? And like, I make good.
I have a question. Like, the African in me is still trying to wrap my head around it. Does it mean that North of America, because the way it sounds, every video people are paying mortgage, they're paying this, they're paying that, does it mean everybody is living that way? There are nobody that are just paying for stuff with the money they are making. They're only servicing a loan. Is that what it feels like, or is that what it like? Is it everybody in America is servicing one loan or the other? I'm too African for this. I won't lie, I'm too African for this.
but I have 2 cars that are paid off and I don't have debt, and just paying a $3,000 a month mortgage feels like a lot to me. So how are these people doing it? Because I know there's over like 100 people in this neighborhood. I mean, you would have to be making $300,000 to $400,000 a year to comfortably afford the house plus the cars plus daycare. And I find it very hard to believe that there's that many people just in my neighborhood making that much money. So are people just in a ton of debt? Is it that they have like family money? Like, what do you guys think?
It's one or two, or the two of them. It's possible. The way I'm seeing is, it seems every America is owning some loan or something. There's always something somebody is paying. See that I said she her phone. I'm still trying to wrap my head around it. Your phone is on loan, like the phone you are using. Somebody said go to $2 million plus neighborhood and you'll find all drive old Hondas and Toyotas. I think this is a global excuse me. This is a global thing. People that have the money, they don't really have the need to flaunt their wealth. It's us that are managing to. We are the ones that want to show that we've arrived, we have money now, I can afford it, flaunt it. Well, those wealthy people, they have what they're spending their money on. And funny enough, the things they're spending their money on, we'll call it foolish. You see how life is? Somebody said debt. The answer is debt. The answer is debt. It's not all debt. Some people just make a lot of money. That's true. But not all of them, let's be honest. Some people are there because of proximity. They want to be close to the rich people. A lot of people are in debt because of that lifestyle. It's happening in my country. Though, of course, there's no way you go and borrow the money. But like, they're just paying a lot of money that they're making just to be in proximity with the wealthy people. It's happening in my country here. So I understand what you're saying. It happens here. People are just in an area where they know they cannot afford. They're spending a lot of money in rent just because they want to be in that area.
$3,000 a month mortgage feels like a lot to me.
Go and watch that creator's video and then come back and watch this. So this guy is walking through his neighborhood, a really nice neighborhood of houses, about 400.
You see what I said? When I see videos on TikTok, I just save it. I love to watch it with you guys. So as I'm watching, that's what you're watching. Of course, I'm seeing it before you see. When I post, you see, but you know what I mean. I know I said the proximity to prosperity, though I didn't put it in the way she put it, proximity to the wealthy people, and she should target proximity to prosperity. So some people are willing to take a lot of money in America, and some people are willing to be in debt to be close to that. And it's actually a smart move. Some people are smart and intelligent enough to make something out of that proximity. And when they make something out of that proximity, they then use it to service that loan. But not everyone is that smart and intelligent to make it work. Some people is just to appear to be rich. They're okay with people assuming they're rich by being in that vicinity. So they're not even making use of that proximity.
$600,000, and he's saying that he can't fathom how all of these houses where he knows the mortgages, because hell, he's paying the damn mortgage, how these people were able to afford like new cars on top of daycare and on top of just like everyday expenses. And I see these same sentiments every single day in the comments of videos right here on this app. And I have thoughts. You can't wrap your head around how people are living the lifestyles that they're living and able to afford what they're able to afford because you are not in the proximity of prosperity. And
let's be honest, it's not all of them that are able to afford that. It's not all of them that can afford it.
I totally get it. Look, I'm from Texarkana. It's a small town in East Texas. It's like a blue collar factory type town.
Texarkana, this is the first time I'm hearing that. I know about Texas and I love Texas. The reason I love Texas, the books I read, the cowboy novels I read, even the movies, even the videos on TikTok, they seem to have this communal sense of living. I'm a huge sucker for family. Like I love communal living, being among community. It helps speed up your success. Yeah. But this is the first time I hear Toscana. Is it Texcana? Nice. How are the people there like?
There are a few factory jobs there that pay $60,000-$80,000 a year. If you land one of those, like, you made it. Like, you made it. So when I moved to Dallas Fort Worth, I met my husband. The goal in my brain was for my household income to be $100,000. Like, that was making it to me in my brain. And when we met, we were making that. We were surpassing that. I was making about 65 grand a year. He was making about 90. So like, mama, I made it. We bought a nice house. We had nice used luxury cars. I got my nails done whenever I wanted. Like, life was good. All the bills were paid for. I never really had to worry about money. I thought I was at like the pinnacle of what life was supposed to be. And then I got into real estate and I got punched in the face. Getting into real estate changed everything for me. Everything. My perspective on money, my perspective on life, my perspective on what success means, my perspective on the goals that I could actually achieve. Like, everything changed. And not even.
This brings me to the point I always make. We need to be mindful of the advice we soak in on the internet, because everybody is advising you from their life experience and from their perspective. So you need to be careful not to take the advice that, oh, this is it, this is the be it. Or, because I love the fact that she's saying this. That reality that you're thinking that this is it, until you step out, you travel. And this is why I advise people to travel, move around. When you travel, you now see that life is so much more than you've been assuming it to be.
Just from the income potential that I saw once I got into real estate, but more importantly, it came from my clients. When you're in real estate, you get to see behind the curtain of other people's finances, because you have to know kind of how much money they're making, and what their financial snapshot looks like when you're helping them buy a house. And you have to understand that at the time, my husband and I, while we were doing well and we had a decent amount of savings, the most money we ever really saved up was like $15,000, maybe closer to 20. And I'll never forget, the second client that I got was a 24-year-old girl, and she bought like a $250,000 house, and she put $120,000 down on it. And I was like, girl, where you get all this money from? It wasn't a gift. It wasn't that she had the lottery. She didn't come from a rich family. She had simply been working, living extremely frugally, and had made one smart investment and with her savings, and like, it changed the entire trajectory of her life. Within the first 3 months of me getting into real estate, I made almost $50,000 when I was accustomed to bringing home only $3,100 to $3,200 a month. I started talking to other real estate professionals and realized that a lot of them were making $40,000 to $50,000 per month, not even like over a 3-month span. Then I started meeting loan officers. I saw how much money they were making. I started meeting people in construction and house flippers and real estate investors and people that own small bakeries and AV companies and digital marketing services and ad agencies. And like, all of these people were doing all of these things, and they were all making a shit ton of money. Like, more money than I ever thought I would make in a year. They were making like in a month or in a week. Some of them like in a day. I started meeting people that were in tech that had just jobs, but they would have 2 full-time remote jobs where they're making $150,000, $175,000 on each job. One's daytime, one's nighttime. Like, it was crazy. Even now, my husband and I flip houses. We're flipping like 20 a year, and we have our own construction company. In the next 2 months, our billing on the construction side for the remodels that we're doing is $590,000. And here's the kicker to all of that. Most of these people that I know that are making this type of money live in regular neighborhoods. They're living in neighborhoods are 400, 500, 600, maybe $700,000 houses. These people are not living in like crazy mansions or anything like that. And that's because they want to have a nice house, but then they want to be able to afford a lot of the other luxuries. I say all of that to say that everyone is not living your experience and your circumstance. Like, there are a lot of people out here that are doing really well for a myriad of different reasons. But most people that are doing well understand that it's tone deaf to talk about it, so they're just quiet. And when I say doing well, it could be from a number of reasons, but the majority of them took some sort of risk. Oftentimes entrepreneurship, whether it's full-time or it's something on the side. They have a side hustle, they have a business, but most of them do not just have regular jobs, and that's why you can't wrap your head around it.
True. As an entrepreneur that I am, even doing content creation, these few times I've done it, I've seen the difference. Like, when you have money coming from different angles, it's not just one area. And if you are hungry to make more money, it will actually change your life. And I know that it's not everybody that is called out for that lifestyle. Which is why I don't tell everybody to start a business. I only tell people I know that they have it in them to do business. Start a business while you're also doing this other thing by the side. I know you can handle it. So don't just depend on one source of income because of the economy we are in. We've come to that extent that you don't have to say, oh, I cannot do it. You have to, unless if you want to be coming to the internet and be complaining every time. Because those people that are in government, they don't care. They really do not care. And they are high up there. They don't know or understand what it feels to be where we are, below where we are. They don't actually care. So you have to go out there and do what you have to do. And the thing is, you don't have to be doing that hard work all the time. There's just a season, just the way we have planting season, we have harvesting season. It's just the way it is. There's a season to plant, and when it is your planting season, pour everything that you can to plant. Pour everything that you can, and because you know that it won't last forever. Somebody says, so basically doing well in America requires you to start a business or have 2+ jobs at all times. I hate how we made life look about work. Somebody said, I agree, but also I love my job and hope I never ever have to stop. And I also make good money. There are people that, so this advice is for people that your one job is not sustaining you. And it's beginning to happen in my country. You see, people are now beginning to look for a remote job. And the funny thing is, the people working remote job, that pay in America will be a small amount of money. But somebody in my country, it's a huge money. And that person is now doing 2 or 3. The person is balling. The person is going to be a millionaire in my country. Do you get? So you just have to do what works. Because nobody's coming to save you. Nobody's coming. So you have to get up and go help yourself. I know it's not easy, but you just have to make it work. And look for communities. I keep saying, look for communities that will help you, that will give you a soft landing, or that will even make it easier for you when it's getting tough. Look for that. That will help you in this season. Because I know it will get tougher before it gets better. So just look for what will help you. Alright guys, I'll see you in the next video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Take care of yourself. Toodles.